In today's video, I'm here to share with you my most addictive fragrances right now. If you're interested, then just keep watching. Before we get into the video, I do want to quickly introduce myself for those of you who may be new here. My name is Aisha. I make videos about fragrance, beauty, luxury, and lifestyle. If those are things you're interested in, please consider subscribing. And if you are a returning subscriber, hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are talking about my most addictive fragrances right now. If you've never seen one of these videos from me, I do them every month, and in them, I limit myself to 5 fragrances that I cannot get enough of. So sometimes that means I can't get enough of wearing them. Sometimes that means I can't get enough of smelling them. I do also limit myself to 5 because I do love most of the fragrances in my collection. So it's not like these are my 5 favorite of all time. No, these are the ones that right now over the past month I just cannot get enough of. Another caveat is that I do not include fragrances that I recently purchased. So I try to make sure I've had the fragrance for at least a month before it gets included in one of these videos, because if y'all are like me, when I get a new fragrance, of course I want to wear it. I want to keep smelling it because I'm just, you know, getting to know it. So I feel like it's unfair for me to just include 5 new fragrances. Hopefully y'all feel me. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into these fragrances. So the first fragrance that I have here is from Byredo, and this is Vani Antique. So this fragrance I've had since I think the end of January is when I picked this up. And it's one that I haven't had that many opportunities to wear because I honestly feel like it's more of a cold weather scent. But I have been wearing it some recently. I've been sneaking in at bedtime. I have been smelling it like over and over again, and I am just obsessed, y'all. Oh, this smells so freaking good. So this is primarily a vanilla scent in my opinion, but it's not a juvenile vanilla. It's not a gourmand vanilla. It's not a sickly sweet vanilla. This is a sophisticated, very well-made vanilla scent that has some woody tones to it. It has a little bit of smokiness to it. It also smells like it could have a slight touch of some suede or leather. It's that kind of deep, dark, very sophisticated vanilla. And it also kind of has this dusty tone, which sounds bad, but I feel like it's so good. Like it reminds me of old books or old library. It doesn't smell like that, but the way that this smells, oh my gosh. This is so good, y'all. It is so good. And I think this is more of a cold weather scent because of how it smells. But I think I'm going to venture out and wear it during the day when it's hot and see how it goes, because it's not extremely heavy. It is a heavier scent. But lately I've been trying to step outside of my box and just wear my deeper fragrances in this hot weather before it gets extremely hot and just see how they do, because y'all know I don't have that many cold days and I really miss my darker scents when it's so hot outside. So I think I'm gonna sneak and wear this during the day because I feel like I just can't get enough. Oh my gosh. This is so good smelling. This is an expensive fragrance, and it's one that I have had my eye on for probably at least 6 months. It's a newer fragrance to the Byredo line, but I didn't want to pull the trigger on it because it is expensive and I wasn't sure how it was going to perform, and I wasn't able to smell it in store initially. But I ended up picking this up when I was visiting a friend in Houston. I smelled it in store there. I didn't purchase it immediately because I was like, oh, you don't need to spend it. But when I was in the airport on the way back home, I ordered it online. And I love it, y'all. No regrets. So not only does this smell amazing, it now reminds me of that little Houston trip that I took to see some friends. So absolutely love it. Cannot get enough. Again, that is Byredo Vani Antique. The next fragrance is from Tom Ford, and this is Metallique. So this is another vanilla scent, but this one is a much lighter vanilla. So again, this is not a gourmand vanilla, but it does have some sweetness to it. It has a little bit of spice to it, but it also has these beautiful aldehydes in it. And the aldehydes in this fragrance to me really make it. It makes it a unique smelling vanilla. It gives it more of a cold vibe, not necessarily a soapy vibe that you get from aldehyde sometimes. To me, this just gives it more of a cold edge with that warm vanilla. It is so freaking good. I can't get enough of this, y'all. I have been wearing this. I've probably worn this at least once a week for the past month. And that's a lot for me. That is a lot. Yeah, this is gorgeous. I feel like I really wish I could see through this bottle. I've tried to shine the light trick through this, like using my phone flashlight to try to see through it, but you can't see through this bottle at all. So I really wish I could, because it's feeling like it's getting low, and I'm ready to purchase another bottle. But y'all know I'm not really a backup bottle type of person, but somebody said that this was getting discontinued. I need to look into that more, because if it is, I am definitely getting a big bottle of this, because I absolutely love this. Perfect for year round, even summer. Even though it's a vanilla scent, it is perfect for year round, and you can actually use this for layering. I'm not a big layerer, but this is one that I think is simple enough that you can use it to layer, but it's still quite unique on its own. Like, it's not a simple vanilla, but I still think the scent profile allows it to be layered and just add that extra va-va-voom to something. This is gorgeous. Again, that's Ford Metallique. So apparently I've been on a vanilla kick the past couple months, because as I'm getting ready to share this third fragrance with y'all, I realized it's another vanilla based fragrance. And last month I feel like it was kind of the same thing. They were heavier vanillas that I shared last month. I'll link that video for you all. But yeah, I don't know what's going on. Anyway, this next fragrance is from Zerjoff, and this is Dama Bianca. The pretty lady Dama Bianca. This is so gorgeous. A very beautiful feminine scent. So this is a vanilla scent in my opinion, but it also has these florals with it, and it has a kumquat note, which gives it a citrus twist, but it's a citrus in a way that you're probably not used to smelling. Kumquat is not a very common note in fragrance, but I think it really makes this fragrance smell unique. Also, the vanilla that's in here, I feel like it's quite beautiful. It's not a super sweet vanilla. It's a little bit spicy and maybe a tad bit smoky, but I think the vanilla in this is just so well done, then mixed with the beautiful florals and the citrusy twist, and this is just perfection. Perfect for people who like very ladylike fragrances. And even if you're not a big fan of very feminine fragrances, you still may love this, because y'all know I'm not the biggest like girly fragrance lover. I'm not into super elegant scents. That sounds bad, but like, this is just me. That's just my style. That's not what I'm into. I am more of a casual person in general, and I feel like my fragrance taste match that. I like more casual fragrances. Interesting, but casual type fragrances that don't feel too stuffy, too girly, too pretty, and too bougie, you know? So even if you're like me, I still think this would work, because this has something special to it. It's not your average floral fragrance, in my opinion. I love it, y'all. You have to get your nose on this. And I know I got this tiny bottle, and y'all are probably thinking, girl, if you love it so much, why you got a 30 ml? I could probably have a 30 ml in every fragrance in my collection. I don't spray. I overspray, but when I see the ladies here on YouTube who say they overspray, I'm not a sprayer like them, y'all. I don't use up that much fragrance. It takes me forever to get through a fragrance, if I ever make it through a fragrance. So I feel like this big dent in my 30 ml is saying something. Look at that. Look at that. I'm proud of you, girl. I am proud. So again, that is Zerjoff Dama Bianca. Speaking of little dents and tiny bottles, this next fragrance is also from Zerjoff, and this is Dolce Amalfi. Now, y'all know I love this fragrance. I feel like I talk about it a lot, but this past month, I haven't been wearing it a ton. I have worn it, but I haven't been wearing it a ton, but I just smell it. I feel like I go in there and smell it at least like once a day. It's ridiculous. I don't know why I have to keep smelling this, but I have to. It makes me so happy when I smell it. So this, in a nutshell, smells like juicy fruit gum. In a nutshell, it is a beautiful tropical fruity type scent that has these dark spices in it. And I feel like the juxtaposition is just everything for me. So the spices that are in here are kind of Christmassy type spices. It smells like cloves and maybe cardamom, maybe cinnamon or nutmeg too. But then it is with this bright, juicy, fruity smell. The fruit that's in here that is prominent is quince. I've never smelled that, but the way that this smells in this fragrance is just, it's amazing, y'all. It is amazing. And I love this. I feel like this fragrance is just one that I will never get tired of. I am going to try to start wearing it more, I think, because it does make me really happy. But because it's in this tiny bottle, I feel like I don't wear it as much as I would if I had a larger bottle. But it smells amazing, and I've just been enjoying smelling it, to be completely honest. So again, that is Dolce Amalfi from Zerjoff. This last fragrance is from Quincecanto, and this is Mirabelle. Now, I actually mentioned this fragrance recently in a video. I will try to link that for you all. But I wanted to mention it here because honestly, I have been loving this fragrance. So this is another vanilla fragrance, but this is a quite unique vanilla. So if you're not a fan of vanilla, this is still one you may possibly like. So vanilla to me stands out in this fragrance, but there's also some citrusy notes to this fragrance and something kind of herbal smelling to this fragrance and slightly green and somewhat of a mint twist to it. This is absolutely gorgeous. Now, I think I read on Fragrantica that somebody said this smells like junior mints. And now that I have read that, I can get that too. Even though I don't think this fragrance smells chocolatey, but with all the things put together in this fragrance, I do get junior mints vibes, but it's not like you're gonna be walking around smelling like candy, but it does remind me of that, but it's not extremely literal to that. This is absolutely stunning, y'all. It's quite unique. It's something so uplifting about this fragrance. I think one of you all, one of my supporters mentioned that this was a very like mind clearing fragrance for them, or it helped them focus or something like that. I can't quite remember the comment, but I totally get that. There's something just so calming yet energizing about this fragrance. And it's beautiful, quite unique. Definitely one that you should get your nose on if you're able to. And I can't get enough, y'all. Every time I wear this, I feel like it just does something for me and I can't stop smelling my wrists. So again, that is Mirabelle by Quincecanto. So those were my most addictive fragrances right now. Let me know in the comments down below if you've tried any of these fragrances. What do you think of them? Also, let me know in the comments down below what is one fragrance that you have not been able to get enough of over the past month. Whether you've worn it a ton or if you just keep doing your drive-by smells on it like I do with my collection. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and turn your notification bell on so that you don't miss a video from me. I typically upload videos every Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday, so I have tons of content that you can watch in your free time. Also, if you want to connect with me more, check out my newly relaunched website. It is www.simplyayesha.com. I would love for you guys to get on my email list over there to further connect. Also, check me out on Instagram. I'm in my stories almost every day, and I love to chat with y'all in my DMs as well. So definitely check me out on Instagram too. I hope you all enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.